work for their own self-interest or for some other notion of thinking that there's a better way of government than permitting people to have individual rights and running their own lives. Those people are hard at work while the patriots are busy taking care of their families, getting involved with their children, making sure that local projects in their schools and churches get done. And the patriots end up not focusing on power because that's not what they are all about. Patriots are about liberty. Patriots are about justice. Patriots are about these principles that we talk about, self-governance and equal rights given by God, not by the state expanding and directing our lives. And so we've reached another crisis. We have reached a crisis in this country. I want to tell you that not only is Washington, D.C. more of a mess than usual, I always say Washington, D.C., 64 square miles, Washington, D.C., surrounded by reality. The reality is about to come home. In the last 1 year, last 12 months, we have spent $1.5 trillion more than we took in. And many of those hundreds of billions of dollars have gone into the pockets of the cronies of people in power. This is the worst kind of crony capitalism that exists anywhere in the world. And we have permitted that to develop because the patriots have been busy doing the things with their families and their communities that we expect the patriots to do. And at the same time, what do we see? We have seen a disarming of America against what? Against those people who would change our society. I'm sorry, I think the people who are flooding into our country illegally from other societies are probably good people. But you know what? We have to watch out for people in the American family. Yes. Every race, every religion, every ethnic group. That's where our loyalty has to be.
Yes.
Confrontations and the challenges he faced there. Of course, the fact that he had the surfing rabbi actually got me to know him. I mean, actually encouraged me to get to know him. And but the fact is that we have our kids being dumbed down.
Yes.
Our kids being dumbed down. And we have so we have that at one end, and we have people who are representing our country who are not watching out for the American family. They're watching out for something else. They've got their own high ideals, but you can tell they're not watching out for us with our current president, who spent the first 6 months of his term apologizing to the enemies of the United States. And who were the enemies? These are ghoulish gangsters who repress their own people, and he's apologizing to them for perhaps flaws in the United States of America.
Horrible.
It's horrible, is right, and it does nothing but encourage them. Yes. And then we have this open border in the South, in which we know that people, the same kind of people that attacked us at 9/11, they've seen that weakness. And then what do? Of course, our last president arrested Ramos and Campion, and we had to fight against that. This president decides to prefer charges against Navy SEALs who socked, who punched a guy, a murderous terrorist in the stomach as they were bringing him into custody.
On the lip.
Big deal. The guy, on the lip, was the lip? By the way, I don't care where they punched him. They should have been. Let's put it this way: these guys deserved a medal. They end up being prosecuted. Unless we turn this situation around, we're going to lose this country.
Right.
And the patriots are being activated. It's not just the Tea Party movement; it's all of us right here.
That's right.
And we know that, we know that if we don't act, our children are not going to enjoy the freedom that we've had here. And our children will have a different country, and it will be bad. It will be worse. It will not be America. And that's what this is all about. And the rabbi has stepped forward, and I will tell you, I went surfing a number of times with the rabbi. He cut me off. But the rabbi is really one of the true great watermen in this country, and he's one of the great surfers. And I have been surfing with him. I am not one of the great surfers. I am having a good time and having fun out there, and that's all that counts with me. But I recognize that. But what's happening? We have to get off the golf courses. We have to get off the surfboards. We have to get serious.
That's right.
We are going to lose our country. That's why I am here today. I am missing. Look, I am away from my family about 4 days to 5 days a week. It takes a lot to get me to spend some time away from my kids. I got 3 little kids. They're 6 years old, triplets: Christian, Tristan, and Annika. And I would like to be with them right now. But I know that Christian, Tristan, and Annika don't have a future unless we get serious right now.
That's right.
And the rabbi has promised that he will be diligent, and we know he will be.
Yep. You bet.
And we have other candidates here who are that way as well. It's up to all of us now.
Yep.
It's up to all of us now. I am very proud to stand with you, and there's no 100% ideology. There's things that people disagree on, but there's about 90% of what we know that we understand is fundamental. But the most fundamental thing is who's watching out for America. Who is watching out? What is America?
You are, Dana.
Every race, every religion, every ethnic group. That's what we've come here. But when we're part of this family, we gotta stick together as a family. And if we don't, we're gonna lose it all. And it's that close. Think of it. Hundreds of billions of dollars went into the pockets of big bankers, Wall Street, wheeler dealers, people who never do, who shuffle paper, don't produce any wealth for our society. I mean, what kind of country do we have when they're taking money out of our pockets and closing down services to our people, and they're giving money away to people like that, and a lot of the money went to overseas bankers. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
What did you just hear?
IMF.
The IMF, think about it. We just heard this. The IMF is bailing out Greece, right? 17% of the IMF budget comes from us. From us.
That's right.
So what does that mean? We are spending billions of dollars to bail out. How are we doing that? We're borrowing billions of dollars from China in order to give to Greece. We're not giving it to Greece. Here's your little cook. We're not giving it to Greece. We're giving it to big bankers who got Greece, the officials in Greece, to sign up for these loans at big interest rates. And so they end up controlling Greece because they now have Greece owing them money, and we, the American taxpayers, end up paying for it. Yeah. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. We have a very powerful globalist elite in this world that is manipulating our government and their governments. And the patriots have got to step forward because those people don't believe in any of the freedom that we all hold dear. They don't believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in that, and for one iota, they want to neuter our country of constitutional protections. So, unless we get people who want to fight, and we want to live up to the ideals of what our country was supposed to be all about, we're going to lose it to this gang who thinks that they can, take all these billions of dollars and give it to international bankers, and we're not going to catch on to it? These are the same people who've been offering, loan guarantees to companies who will build factories in communist China. This has been going on for decades. I've been leading the fight on the floor, but I never am able to win. Because all the patriots were out enjoying freedom. Well, we now have reached a crisis stage, a tipping point. We can't let this go on, or these monsters will control us.
Right.
So it's up to us. I'm very proud to be here to support Rabbi Shifren, who's about as tough as they come. and great surfer on top of it. Let's win this battle. We got to stick together as a family. Thank you all for doing it. I was serious about that. I don't have much time to be with my family, and I do have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday to go back to Washington. So I need to spend at least an hour tonight with my kids, and so I'm going to sort of sneak out. So
Yeah,
thank you all
back door.
very much.
Actually,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, Rabbi. We'll do it. Remember, slide right.